Assalamu alaikum, dear brothers and sisters. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by stress and anxiety? You're not alone. Stress is something we all experience, but what does the Quran and Sunnah teach us about managing it? In today's video, we'll dive deep into how even the most pious people, including prophets, faced anxiety, and how Islam offers powerful tools to cope with it. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Let's find peace in the wisdom of Allah's plan. Insha'Allah. Let's talk about something we all experience: stress. What does the Quran and Sunnah guide us to do when facing this? Imagine the first thoughts in Jannah. Imagine the moment when the believers enter Jannah, the ultimate destination. What are the first words they say? Alhamdulillah, no more worrying, subhanallah. This simple statement carries so much meaning. It tells us that this world, the dunya, is inherently filled with stress, anxiety, and hardship. Every single day brings new challenges, whether it's financial struggles, health issues, or emotional turmoil. Think about it, even when things are going well. We often worry about when they might take a turn for the worse. It's like an endless cycle. This statement in Jannah is a reflection of the constant anxiety that accompanies life in this world. But in Jannah, it all ends. No more fear, no more stress, no more worries, just eternal peace and contentment. It reminds us that while anxiety is a part of life, it's temporary. True, everlasting peace awaits us in the hereafter, Insha'Allah. Reflect on your own life. Take a moment to reflect on your own life. Think back to any stage, any phase. I challenge you. Was there ever a time where everything felt absolutely perfect, with no worries in sight? Even in the best of times, we find ourselves anxious about what might go wrong. When we're blessed with good health, we worry about falling ill. When our finances are secure, we fear losing it all. And when times are tough, we stress about them never getting better. Whether it's a bad financial situation, strained relationships, or personal struggles, it seems like there's always something looming over us. The mind constantly searches for what could go wrong next. This cycle of worry, whether in good times or bad, never truly leaves us. It's a reminder that no matter our circumstances, anxiety seems to find its way into our lives. Life in this dunya is like that, isn't it? Worry comes in many forms. No matter where we are in life, worry and anxiety seem to follow. Whether it's something small, like a minor inconvenience, or something major, like financial hardship or health concerns, everyone feels it. Anxiety doesn't discriminate. It affects the rich and poor, the young and old. It's a universal experience that reminds us of our human limitations. Yes, Alhamdulillah, if we have food on the table and a roof over our heads, we are blessed. There are many who struggle with far greater difficulties. But even with these blessings, anxiety is still part of our reality. It's a natural part of the human experience, something we can't escape in this world. It's not a sign of weak faith, but a sign of our humanity. The truth is, no matter how much we try, this worry won't fully leave us until we enter Jannah, where eternal peace and tranquility await, Insha'Allah. Don't feel guilty for feeling stressed. It's important to understand that feeling stressed or anxious doesn't make you weak, nor should you feel guilty about it. Stress is a natural response, especially during difficult times like the global pandemic we've all faced. We've lost loved ones, been isolated from friends and family, and many of us have struggled financially. These experiences are bound to make anyone feel overwhelmed. It's perfectly okay to feel stressed. It doesn't make you any less of a believer. In fact, even the most pious people, those with the highest levels of taqwa, go through anxiety and worry. Maryam, as the mother of Isa, has felt immense stress when she was giving birth, despite being one of the greatest women ever created. The mother of Musa has felt overwhelming grief when she placed her child in the river. These examples show us that stress is not a sign of weak iman. It's a sign of being human. So don't burden yourself with guilt. Even with strong faith, it's natural to feel anxious. Even the pious felt anxiety. Let's take a moment to reflect on some of the most righteous and pious individuals in our Islamic history. Even they felt deep anxiety and stress. Look at the mother of Musa's. When she placed her baby in a basket and let it float down the river, her heart was filled with grief and worry. Allah comforted her, saying, "Do not worry, do not be sad," but despite Allah's assurance, she still experienced that very real anxiety, showing that even the strongest of faith doesn't eliminate human emotions. Then there's Maryam, who, alone and in the pains of childbirth, was overwhelmed with stress. She felt the weight of her struggle until Allah sent an angel to console her, reminding her of His presence. And think of Yaqub, who was so heartbroken and anxious over the loss of his son Yusuf that he cried until he lost his eyesight. Even as a prophet, his grief and anxiety didn't mean his faith was weak. In fact, it was stronger than ever. These examples remind us that anxiety and iman are not mutually exclusive. The greatest of believers, those closest to Allah, felt moments of deep worry. It didn't diminish their faith. It only shows that being human means feeling these emotions. Iman and stress can coexist. It's crucial to understand that having strong iman and feeling stressed are not mutually exclusive. You can be deeply connected to your faith and still experience anxiety. Even our beloved Prophet Muhammad, the most beloved of Allah, faced moments of emotional pain and distress. He endured hurtful words and unjust criticism from those who opposed him. Yet he felt these hurts deeply. Allah, in His infinite mercy, comforted the Prophet with the reassurance, "Don't worry, I am with you." This divine reassurance highlights that even the most faithful among us can feel stress and anxiety. It's a natural part of the human experience, and it doesn't diminish one's iman. In fact, it's a reminder that faith and feelings of stress can coexist. Embracing this understanding helps us navigate our own struggles with compassion and patience, knowing that it's okay to feel stressed while holding steadfast in our faith. Why stress is a gift? Stress might seem like an unwelcome burden, but it actually serves an important purpose in our lives. Feeling stressed is part of our natural survival mechanism. It's designed to alert us to potential problems and motivate us to find solutions. When we experience stress, our body releases hormones that help us focus and act with urgency, which can be crucial in navigating through challenges. Think of stress as a gift from Allah, a tool to help us cope with difficulties and make it through tough times. It's a way of keeping us alert and engaged, driving us to address issues and seek resolutions. However, while stress in moderation can be beneficial, too much of it can indeed become harmful. It's important to manage stress effectively and not let it overwhelm us. By understanding its role and handling it wisely, we can use stress as a positive force for growth and resilience, rather than letting it become a burden. How do we cope? Alhamdulillah, as Muslims, we are blessed with powerful tools to help us manage and cope with stress. One of the greatest comforts we have is our belief in qadar, the concept of predestination. This belief helps us understand that everything that happens is part of Allah's divine plan. When we face difficulties or stress, knowing that it's all within Allah's will provides us with a profound sense of peace. It reminds us that whatever challenges we encounter are not random or meaningless, but are part of a greater plan crafted by our Creator. This understanding allows us to trust in Allah's wisdom and remain calm, even in the midst of trials. By embracing the concept of qadar, we can find solace in knowing that Allah is in control of all things. It encourages us to remain patient and steadfast, knowing that He has a purpose for every situation. This trust in Allah's plan helps us navigate stress with a heart full of faith and tranquility. Trust in Allah's plan. In every trial and tribulation we face, it's vital to remember that nothing happens without Allah's decree. Every challenge, every moment of stress is part of a divine plan that Allah has set in motion. The same Allah who placed us in our current situation is also the one who will help us through it. Trusting in Allah's plan means believing that He knows what's best for us and that every difficulty has a purpose. Allah has provided us with the tools and guidance to manage and overcome anxiety. He promises that with every hardship there is ease and reassurance that better times are ahead, and that patience during these times will be rewarded. By placing our trust in Allah and practicing patience, we not only find comfort and strength during our struggles, but also earn rewards in the hereafter. Our faith and perseverance through stress and hardship are acknowledged and rewarded by Allah. So hold on to this trust, knowing that Allah's wisdom is greater than our understanding, and that He is always with us through every challenge. Subhanallah, isn't it amazing how Islam acknowledges our human struggles and offers us solutions? Stress is part of life, but with the right mindset and trust in Allah's qadar, we can overcome it. May Allah ease our worries and grant us patience through every test. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with others, and subscribe to the channel for more uplifting content. Jazakallah khair, and until next time, Assalamu alaikum.